Hey team, Joe Navarro here. And first off, I wanted to say welcome to the team and congratulations. Why? Because you made a great decision. You're a part of the fastest growing company in the world. Think about that. Only one company can say that right now. That's LifeWave. And on top of that, you've made a decision to be on the This Is It team. We have the fastest growing team in the company that's even outpacing the company's growth. So you are set up for major success. And that's why I'm creating this video today. I want you to understand what you have your hands on and launch. Amateurs join, champions launch. It's one win to get in the company, but if we don't do anything, we don't capitalize off the opportunity. So again, amateurs join, champions launch. And that's why I'm creating this video today, to help you take action in a few key areas and keep the main thing the main thing. And let me start by saying, you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know how we get paid fully, how phototherapy works, the case studies, none of that. Honestly, what you really need is heart and passion and vision. When I first got started on May 10th and started calling my list, I didn't fully understand phototherapy or the cycle bonuses and how that all worked. And quite honestly, that didn't move people. What moved people is when I picked up the phone and called Brian Fussell or Holly Stone or Ryan Price or Penny, the first people I picked up the phone, they can hear it in my voice. They can see that the vision. I had vision. I had excitement, and excitement breeds excitement. It wasn't a text message. It wasn't a Facebook message. It was picking up the phone and calling people. And so the first thing I want you to write down is list. Work from a list. I had a list of 220 names when I started. And when I thought about someone, I wrote their name down. Think about your most successful people. Think about people who need the X39 stem cell patch. Think about the people that you have credibility enough with, and they respect you, you respect them. Think of the people that if you said, hey, I just pray that you would respect me enough to get on a Zoom and give this, if you don't like what you hear in the first 10 minutes, hang up, but I guarantee you're going to be calling me back. Think about the people you have enough respect with that you can share something like that with. So that's the first step. It sounds simple, but guys, this goes from Sketchpad to Launchpad. It's so simple, in fact, most people won't do it. But I know you will, because you want to succeed. So, excuse me. So number one is where you're working from a list. You're writing down a list of 100 names. Now, once we have that list, how do we contact that list? That's why I'm here. I'm going to help you, okay? So we pick up the phone, and you have to you have to have courage. Again, text messages are weak. You have to pick up the phone, and I'm going to give you word choices I use. So let's say I'm picking up the phone, and I'm calling Brian. First off, if I'm going to text him. If he doesn't answer, I'm going to say, hey, Brian, call me back. It's important. It's life-changing stuff. You got to hear about this because it is life-changing, okay? So when you're picking up the phone, and let's say I'm calling Brian, here's how the conversation's going to go. I'm picking up the phone, I'm calling Brian, and I'll say something like, hey, Brian, listen, thanks for taking my call. I'm so excited. I'm calling you for a specific reason. Do you have just a couple minutes? I'm not going to backdoor him and say, hey, how the kids? How's Sally? How's it? Oh. No, I'm going to say, listen, I'm calling you for a specific reason. Do you have a few minutes? This is life-changing stuff. Got it? Next, if he says, yeah, sure, what's up? I'm going to say, well, listen, I've got to ask you, Brian, what do you know about stem cells? That's a great question. Brian, hey, listen, what do you know about stem cells? And just let him talk. After listening to him, you want to tell him what you have your hands on. Well, listen, Brian, I'm so excited, thanks for sharing what you said, but listen, I've come across the X39 stem cell reactivation patch. I don't know if you've heard about this, but this thing is changing lives, Brian, from A to Z. I'm going to send you This Is It info. That's the link. thisisitinfo.com. All the testimonies are there. Brian, I'm telling you what, you, your mom, your daughter, your brother, everyone in your life needs this, and the stories are going to validate it. Now, when Brian asks questions, guys, I don't answer questions. I fall back on This Is It info. Hey, I'm just getting started, but everything that you've asked, you're going to find here. The case studies, the science, the patents, everything. Then here's this. Here's where you can say, and oh, by the way, because lives are changing, Brian, there is an income opportunity. This company went from 20 million in 2020. This year, it's going to do $600 million. And based off the company's success, here's where I see myself going. Guys, here's where you share your personal vision. I've got 3 kids in private Christian school. I immediately saw that. Brian, listen, with my work in this company and in the company's growth, I see myself paying for my daughter's private Christian school with this in the first 90 days. That's where I see myself. I don't know if you're looking for, to pay off some debt or take some stress off, but this is an opportunity that you need to look at. And here's some great word choices. If I would you. Brian, there's a Zoom tonight at 8 p.m. If I were to send you the link, would you hop on? Now, Brian, listen, I believe you're going to be blown away. If you don't like what you hear in the first 10 minutes, hang up, but I guarantee you're going to be calling me back. Guys, that's how I talk to people. Brian, listen, this Zoom, Carrie Robertson, you're going to hear her testimony, her mom's testimony, her financial testimony, life-changing stuff. If you don't like what you hear in the first 10 minutes, hang up, but I guarantee you're going to be calling me back. I'm going to send you the Zoom link. Again, if they ask questions, hey, this is it. Info's going to answer all of them. I'm just getting started. Let's hop on the Zoom and learn together. Now, guys, this is simple training. I did this my first week. I contacted 220 people. My whole goal was eyeballs on Zooms, eyeballs on Zooms, eyeballs on Zooms, eyeballs on Zooms. Oh, there's not a Zoom tonight? Send them a replay. Send them a replay. And then when someone's interested, get them in a 3-way text. Get them in a Facebook group message. Guys, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Your leaders are here to help you, okay? So again, we work from a list. We pick up the phone. We're calling them. We're getting straight to the point. We're using word choices. If I were to send you this link, would you hop on it? Would you check out the Zoom tonight? I'm going to send you this is it info, a great tool. Guys, that's all you need to do is send people this is it info, get people, on the Zooms. And that's how you're going to win. That's how you launch the business, guys. When I'm watching videos, I'm watching the trainings. But when I first got started, guys, it was like a laser beam from my head to $10,000 a month in 90 days. And I did it in 2 months. I started making over $10,000 a month within 7 weeks of this business because I launched. And I earned the Punta Cana trip within 3 weeks. Within 2.5 weeks, I earned the Punta Cana trip because I launched. So whatever your goals are, you've got to launch. And there's a start date, and then there's also a decision date. Maybe you started 5 months ago and you're just realizing, I never really launched this business like Joe said. I never got intentional in a list. And when I thought about a name, wrote their name down on a list, because I'm telling you guys, if you don't write that name down, when God gives it to you, you'll forget about it and it'll go. And God gave me a name and I waited on that name. And then when I got around to it the next month, they were already in the business. So let's just recap. Remember, you can earn as you learn. You don't have to know everything. What you first have to know is your list. Who are you going to talk to? No list means no work. No list means no money. Next is you got to contact that list. You got to peak them. Your job is to be the preview. Let the system be the movie. Let your upline be the movie through a phone call or messages. So you got to call them and be short. Don't spend 20 minutes on one person. Spend 2 or 3 minutes on one person. I'm so excited. You got to see these life-changing testimonies. I thought about you. Don't ask me to explain the science. I'm a PE teacher. This is it. Info's going to do it. If I were to send you the Zoom link tonight, would you get on and hear these life-changing testimonies? Could change your life, Brian. So you got to call your list. You got to peak them. You got to know the Zooms, guys. You got to get in the school app and get the links, send them to people. You got to take ownership. If you've been given a Chick-fil-A franchise or a McDonald's franchise, it has the manual and you've got to take ownership. Same things with this business. If you want to make significant income, you got to take ownership. So just to sum up, guys, you got to have your list. You got to contact that list. You got to get them the This Is It info link. Get them the Zooms, eyeballs on Zooms, eyeballs on Zooms. And I'm telling you, if you look up 90 days from today, you can be sitting on a significant cash flowing asset that can change your family's legacy forever. Forever. I hope you took something from this. Amateurs join, champions launch. You launch by picking up the phone, getting people to Zooms, If they're in-person events, inviting them to in-person events. As you are consistent, that's how you can follow up. That's how people will know that you're serious. And the people that, you think about this, you're going to plant a seed in one season and you're going to harvest it in the next. This isn't going to be from one day of phone calls. This isn't going to be from one post, but it's a series. It's a barrage. It's a wave. Just like LifeWave is a wave, it's a tidal wave of emotion and conviction and passion every single day because you know what you have your hands on. So I hope that helped you guys. When I first started, and now I have thisisitteam.com, and you can learn and you can grow. Blessings to you guys. Hey, we're on the fastest growing team and we're just getting started. Remember, amateurs join, champions launch. Let's go.